And no, we're not live. Pre-recorded at the Acrylic Ranch. And as always, the fourth Andrews sister, Jennifer Ann.
Hi, everybody. Good evening.
That is what Ann is short for, right? Andrew's sister.
There you go.
Doesn't everybody just want to get up and dance right now? I do.
I love it. I'm dancing right now.
I know, right? And here, killer of the music. Way to go. So, yeah, we're coming to you at a little bit of an unusual time and space and place, but Jennifer and myself would like to give our big announcement that our Kickstarter has officially launched. Our goal is $500 for the website interaction and some equipment upgrade. Jennifer and I have been diligently working on, to give you maximum amount of entertainment for the least amount of monetary investment. So, what we have decided was that with a $50 Kickstarter donation, we would give you guys the mystery box. Jen, what's in the mystery box? Do you remember everything?
Mysteries and secrets.
Mysteries and secrets, yes, this is true. You get to see this again, so yes.
That's right.
Go.
This first one, it has a vial of Bachelor's Grove.
Right. Now, I want to say, here's the Bachelor's Grove right here. I'm sorry it's blurry, but you can see that it has Bachelor's Grove. Now, I have a few other destinations that I'm going to be going to collect more samples for you creepy collectors for your own personal little museum that you can have in your own home from really weird places. One of my goal destinations is the Joliet State Prison.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's been closed, but has been considered to be very haunted there. People in Illinois are very aware of the Joliet State Prison. As a matter of fact, if you've ever seen the movie The Blues Brothers, a portion of that film was recorded there. So, yes, but a lot of history and haunted lore surrounds the old Joliet State Prison because it is a very old prison back from the very early 1900s, built all of limestone. So, yes.
Question is what kind of a sample would you get? Would it be soil, or do you think that there's any running water within the building?
Actually, when I was out there last, you could actually walk up to the prison itself, and maybe we can get some limestone, or I would like physical, if possible, whether it is earth samples or actual prison wall itself. You can't chip away at it with a hammer, but, innovation.
Little scrapings.
The mother of invention. Another location is the Elgin Mental Sanitarium and Hospital. Pretty.
Question is, though.
Yes.
Are you just going solo? Or have you thought about actually arranging to go inside?
Oh, no. I'm not going inside. Nope. Big bag of nopes are going inside. The facility is still open, actually, and they do have the criminally insane still there. But they have demolished a large portion of the dormitories that used to surround the property. And when I first moved out to the area that the ranch is at now, and we're going back 20 plus years, those dormitories were still within visual distance of the road. And there was a few times that I could see faces staring back at me out of the dormitories, even though those dormitories were closed for 12 years prior to that. Yeah. And there's a lot of history and lore with that mental hospital as well. It's the largest in the state of Illinois, so I found it to be a rather interesting place that you might be able to do a little research on and put that little vial of capture up on your museum shelf.
Well, and the other thing too is, as you travel to these places where you're getting these samples from, they're great ranch petitions, and I'm really looking forward to going along with you like I did to Bachelor's Grove.
And you will.
And I'll
I need a scapegoat. Of course you're going to go.
Yeah, well, and I'm going to specifically, because these, right? Well, these two places I don't know anything about, and I'll try to keep it that way, and we'll just kind of see what comes up.
Absolutely. And because I love being fascinated by what you get out of the whole experience to begin with, and how close you have been to actual history that has transpired there. So the last destination, I'm still up in the air. Jennifer, this is going to be a surprise to you because we haven't talked about this yet.
Okay.
And you may have heard of the individual's name. I'm pretty certain you probably have. I would imagine that most of all of you that are watching this have probably heard of this individual's name, but we're going to take a trip out to the property where John Wayne Gacy had taken his 30 victims. So those are our museum captures. Yes, that will be our museum captures, and there are plenty of other places that we will be doing ranch petitions to. But for those members that will be, subscribed members to the chamber, once that's up and running, once our Kickstarter is fully implemented, we will be doing these little collection samples for your own personal museum. So that's one thing in the mystery box, Jen. What else we got in the mystery box? Well, I know, I'm excited too.
Well, and really quick too, the reason that the website, the Kickstarter's going to the website and everything, even though I absolutely love it the way that it is, we can't upload videos to the website as it is, and we don't have access or the ability to create the private members section until we upgrade.
Right.
So I just wanted to let them know exactly what they were donating to or for.
Right.
Let's see. Another item is the sea salt.
Oh, the sea salt. Okay, we will pull that out. Remember, we have sea salt and the hieroglyph and sage and key and ring, but here's East Indian Ocean protective sea salt. You can always carry that in your pocket with you if you're going into a location that you don't feel comfortable about, where there may be negative energy or spirits or whatever. Just it's a protective device, along with we will give you a bundle of sage. Doesn't look like sage here because we're in black and white, but trust me, it's sage.
That's to burn and cleanse your house with after you've pulled out your haunted vial.
Exactly. Yes. See, and since they will all come to you in the mystery box together, one's kind of battling the other one out. So there you go. All right, we've also got the hieroglyphs. I'm trying to get that to focus. I know we tried this on the it was brief there for a moment.
I'm excited about that. I really am. When I was a kid.
There you go. Okay, we have the Egyptian hieroglyphs. Yes. So I didn't mean to interrupt. I was showing everybody a focused version of it.
Perfect.
Yes, you were going to say you're excited about that.
Well, I am, because when I was really little, I wanted to do the decoder stuff. And so I had 2 pieces of cardboard that, you know, one was letters and one was numbers. And my grandpa had put it together, and he fastened it in the middle with this, like, stone pendant. And my friends and I would use that to decode our messages and stuff that we would write in school. And so, you know, and then my favorite movie with, you know, The Christmas Story, with his Ovaltine decoder ring. Right. You know, and so I was just like, oh my gosh, this would be so old school, and I think that it would be a lot of fun, because that's where a lot of the interaction comes from as well, is we give you a code, and then you get excited, hopefully, to break the code, you know, and then you get whatever you get for figuring it out.
Jen and I have been cataloging a lot of really kind of cool, no, they are definitely cool, they're not kind of cool, they're definitely cool prizes, but they're kind of out of the mainstream for the typical t-shirt and you know, the beanie hats, which they're great. Don't get me wrong, love those things too, because everybody loves a t-shirt. But there's a few other things on there that are really unique as far as, you know, prizes go, that you probably will even be able to purchase them too once the Acrylic Ranch site is fully implemented. So
with the vials and stuff, because that'll change on how many we have, those will continue to be put in the new members boxes. So the members boxes, I think, will change over time,
right,
depending on what adventures or ranch petitions that we are on.
Right. And then, you know,
no, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, yes, there will be new additions to the member boxes. And, you know, keep in mind, too, that everything costs money. We're not trying to pass the cost on to you because we have made such a huge investment up to this point. This just gives you the privilege to become a producer of Acrylic Ranch by, you know, donating. So as far as the Kickstarter goes, in order to get the website fully implemented, what Jennifer and myself decided in an executive decision together, that a $50 donor to our Kickstarter program, and again, our goal is $500, is that you would get the members box and access to the chamber that is on the website. So you will be getting a key to get yourself into the chamber. And like we said on our Kickstarter video, hopefully the door will not lock behind you. You should be able to get out of the chamber once you're in.
Right.
However, any donation size is welcome. So for those of you that,
even $1.
Right. So for those of you that, you know, say, I can't afford $50 to get a mystery box, well, I'll tell you what, I think probably the next best thing that we can do is for every dollar up to $5. So if you donate $5 or $1, your name will go into a drawing, and Jennifer and I will hold the drawing on live, Facebook Live, and we will draw a name, and then you will get a prize package. And that prize package will be announced ahead of time. We've, you know, got the coffee mug in line. We have the water bottles in line. What else were we looking at for the prize packages? Do you remember? There were a couple of other things.
You know, I would have
really
to look
cool.
through on, you know, one of the things in the chamber is specifically a link for upcoming merchandise. So chamber members get to see the stuff before it's actually released. And you know, touching on what you said earlier about how we're wanting to be different. You know, the t-shirts are fantastic and the beanies are great, but we're weird and different, and we're just, you know, we're trying to keep it that way. And and I think it also makes it a little bit more fun. So
it does make it more fun. Yes. No,
let me look here.
I thought that there was like a pullover. There was a really nice pullover.
Let me enter the chamber here in a second.
Okay, that's all right.
We've got, do you want me to name off what the concepts are?
Yep.
All right. We've got the creepy mug, which we actually
right.
I love, out of everything, I have to say that's my favorite.
Yes, it's my favorite too.
I adore that.
It's a red coffee mug, and this isn't it. I'm just giving you an example of, the size of the coffee mug. But, yeah, it's red and it's really, it's so cool looking. I love that. I love that.
There's one that I ended up calling it a werewolf fleece. It's a zip-up sweater with our logo on it.
Right.
There's the water bottle. That's just a plain black water bottle with our logo on the front. There is a tank top. These one I really like, the ranch buds.
Oh yeah,
just earbuds.
Right, earbuds
with our logo on them.
See, that way you'll be able to hear our show a little bit closer.
That's right. We'll be in your head.
Yes. Planting earworms.
We've got a poster. Which was a lot of fun to make. We've got a little keychain nightlight.
Right.
And then we have the official Acrylic Ranch.
Ooh, yeah, right. Yeah, sleepover at the Acrylic Ranch, right?
Right.
Oh, no. Well, we have a fold-out. Well, it's not really a fold-out couch. We'll just throw the cushions on the floor. You're more than welcome to spend a night at the ranch.
There you go.
I did tell that to Sean. Sean wanted to come up to go Mothman hunting in Chicago. I'm like, feel free. Come on up, buddy. We got plenty of room on the patio. Nice. Plenty of room. Also, inside the mystery box, which is actually a really cool box. It was designed by Jennifer and myself, and they are coffee stained. I want you to know this. I understand this is a black and white video, but they're coffee stained. So, yeah, if you got a good smeller, they do smell. Everybody will be receiving, actually, it's really quite these awesome rings. And the rings were all blessed by an ordained healer for protective measures against all things evil and bad. So here you can keep your salt in your pocket and wear your ring, and you'll be good to walk through any kind of haunted situation. And you might see things, but you will be protected from physical harm. So that's part of the mystery box. And like Jennifer mentioned, over time the mystery box will change and there'll be new added goodies to it. So, well,
and our members will have access to the new goodies as well. That if they would like to purchase something that they don't currently have or did not come with their members box, then they'll have access to be able to purchase that.
Right.
Yeah, this has just been amazing for me. I don't know. It's hard, it's really hard to describe. Every time that we're doing one of these videos or we're talking about it, I'm always thinking about how there's this certain feeling that I'm wanting others to feel. Okay, maybe this will help, and you can build off of this. When you were a kid, and I mean maybe it's different for
I'm still
people,
a kid,
but for me, every time Halloween would come around, there was just this really spooky feeling in the air. I mean, from the crunching leaves on the ground to the Halloween decorations that were slowly being put out.
And the trees look spookier and spookier.
Yes. And then the TV programs were, kind of sliding into the more vampires, werewolves, and all this stuff. And there was just that, I don't know, this nostalgic, spooky feeling. And I'm really with the whole Acrylic Ranch. With the way that I've written the blog and the way that we're designing the chamber, I hope that, that I can, or that we can help other people kind of bring that back, because I miss that a lot. And so in regards to the Kickstarter too, I am so grateful for every cent, every dollar, that is donated towards this, because it means a lot to me to be able to do this for all of you.
Right.
I am so thrilled. It's like Christmas morning, really, for me, because I'm like, ooh, I get to make spooky stuff and scare people. Not that I want you to be scared, but you know what I mean. I want to just have that really fun feeling.
Right.
So,
no, I agree.
You know, it's a gift for me to be able to.
Well, absolutely.
Do this for all of you. So, thank you.
No, thank you for you. They're very well said, Jennifer. Very well said. We will be doing the Acrylic Ranch. Not all the time, but there'll be a good portion of the time. We'll be doing the Acrylic Ranch and the stylings of the 1940s. And the reason why we're doing that is because of the nostalgia factor of bringing back days of old-time radio when, you know, when the family unit would sit around and listen to really intriguing stories around the radio. Now, granted that technology has pushed us down the road to where we are today, it's not the same thing anymore, but if we can just kind of throw a little bit of that flavor back to you and give you that sensation once again of the Orson Welles War of the Worlds and that entire mystique and suspense. And we have a lot of ideas that Jennifer and I will be doing in that genre of the 1940s style. We'll be doing storytelling that will continue on over a couple of weeks and mystery theater type of thing.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for that.
A lot of fun.
You know, also, if you go to the Kickstarter and you watch the second video, the one that starts out with the owl, at the very end, it's an old black and white photo with a bunch of boys around the radio, and I think, yeah, and at the very end, it was like the song specifically says "Gather All Around," and so that right there is a huge part of what we're trying to bring back.
Absolutely, and not that we'll be able to bring it all back, but I know that it is very important, at least to me, and it's very important to Jennifer too, to keep history alive that way. Where did this whole media boom come from? Where did this whole social media thing actually come from? Well, social media actually was birthed by radio and not even TV, because TV wasn't even invented back then. And it was radio, and people would go travel to other people's homes to listen to the radio, and they would socialize. That was real socialization. And what Jen and I want is to recapture a lot of that and bring it back to you to when the haunted mysteries were really suspenseful and provoked that thrill that you could take home with you and think about for days afterwards of, ooh, that was really fantastic. And so we've been working really hard to put that together for you. So, like, I'll step back a little bit as far as the Kickstarter goes. You donate $1, your name will go in our drawing once. If you donate $5, your name will go in 5 times. We'll cap it at 5 times because we don't want it to be unfair. But if you donate $10, your name is still going in, 5 times, and we will draw the name, and we'll do it on Facebook Live so everybody can watch and how fun this is, and there will be no favoritism. Shannon LeGros did this too on her show, and I thought it was fantastic on how she did it, because doing it on Facebook Live, everybody got to participate in a live drawing, and you sit there and you hope your name gets pulled, and we're all hoping your name gets pulled, and we pull the name, and it'll be a big celebration for everybody. So, it's part of us including you. This is not about Jennifer, and it's not about me. This is about you guys. All of this is about you guys. But we have ideas to entertain you with. So this will kind of help propel that a little bit further down the road for us if we can meet our goal of the $500. Now, like I said, it'll go for some small equipment upgrade, but the majority of it, believe it or not, is actually going into the website to get it fully implemented and fully interactive for you. The website is up, but we need to open it up all the way so that you can watch our blooper reels. You can have access to some really cool videos. Yeah, some of the videos that we have archived that'll go in there. I laugh and it's me. Okay, I laugh at myself, but they're really entertaining things, and we couldn't just delete them. No, we have to save them and put them in for you guys to watch this stuff. Plus the Ranch Edition videos, you'll be able to see exactly everything that's going on behind the scene. You'll actually get to meet some of the members of the Acrylic Ranch. You'll get to meet some members of Into the Fray Radio. And as Shannon and myself and Jennifer were talking, we do kind of consider ourselves a subsidiary of Into the Fray Radio. We just kind of take it on the outside of that, but Into the Fray Radio is really the root system to the Acrylic Ranch. So we greatly appreciated Shannon's support in this whole thing. So ahead of time, yes, please go ahead.
I'll go back a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll tell a story real quick.
We're unscripted, by the way, as if you couldn't tell.
Yes, exactly. So back when you were saying that we wanted to bring back that old time feeling, something that, I mean, actually, this is, I didn't know that podcasting was out there. I didn't know that there was really any kind of radio shows anymore. And so I was homeschooling. It was my first year that I was teaching 2 different grades. And I happened to find a history class that I was able to teach both the girls at the same time. And it was about how things came to be the way they are, with how we live now versus how we lived then, cars, electricity, all this stuff. And growing up with my dad being heavily into antiques, I have a ton of oil lamps in my home.
Ooh.
So for fun, I decided, okay, well, we'll go back and I'll kind of show you what it's like to live without electricity for a day and a night, and
how
no
awesome
TV
is
and all
that?
this stuff, And so I lit the oil lamp. I love it. I loved it. And so the unfortunate thing was, though, I did use the laptop to try to find. Now, I'm only 30. But I grew up on, right? I grew up on the Howdy Doody show. And I also listened to some of the old, what was it, Rin Tin Tin radio program?
Yep.
And so I tried to find, audio clips of that for the kids to listen to while we had the oil lamps on and stuff. And so I was typing in, online radio shows is what I think I came up with. And that's when podcasts and all that stuff came up, and I got hooked ever since. So, and we still do those old-fashioned oil lamp.
That's fantastic.
So
that's absolutely fantastic.
It's been a lot of fun.
Right. No, it is kind of neat. I do that myself here from time to time. I shut everything down, and it's all by candlelight, and you just read. And you do kind of go back to that, wow, this is what it was like, back in the, 1700s and 1800s. So
exactly.
It is. And, the atmosphere that you get from the whole thing, too, it's wonderful. So, yeah, no, that's really, that's fantastic that you did that for your girls. It really is, That way they get a little bit more understanding.
Yeah,
you could read about it you can read about it all day long in books, but until you actually experience it, what fun is that? Which is why we want to do the Ranch Petition, so that you can actually participate in the experience itself. So yeah, those are things that you can look forward to. So yeah, thanks for sharing that, Jen. That's really cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really cool. So that's
Of course. Yeah, it was a very interesting way to learn about podcasts.
Right. So that's our Kickstarter idea. This is our Kickstarter kickoff. This is our Kickstarter plea. Yeah, well,
right. Get excited with us.
Yes, please. Like I said, I think in the Kickstarter video, Jennifer and I have put a big investment into this. It's not that we're looking to get that investment back. That's not what this is. It's to the point where it costs money to do this. It does. And $500, I know it, and I would support it myself. I think that to be a producer...
Oh, I wouldn't give you a dime.
Right. But to be a producer of something that is, that you can now partake in, and of course you will be officially noted as producer of the Acrylic Ranch Show with your donation, and it would be greatly appreciated. But that way you are now locked in as part of the creation of what. So then what do you get in return? Well, then you give us suggestions. Look, I donated to your Kickstarter. I would really like to hear about, and you name your subject matter. That's what Jennifer and I love to do. We want to hear from everybody and their suggestions and their comments as contributors, and even as just a listener to the show. What is it that you really want to hear? And we will certainly put boots on the ground and do our research and our homework and bring a show together for you, and hopefully you will.
Well, and also I want to throw this in here too. I want to thank our very first 2 backers that we already have. I am so grateful. It was amazing. I didn't know that anybody had donated yet, and I logged in, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it started, And I was just, oh man, I was just so thrilled.
Yeah, no, I was very thrilled too. So thank you to the 2 of you. You know who you are. Yeah, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it. And of course, those names will go into our drawing bank, and we can't wait to do that either. Oh, and before I forget, Jennifer, in case you missed it on the Kickstarter video, and this is kind of a redo of the Kickstarter video, so a lot of what we've said is already on the Kickstarter video. The month of October is already, we've already got wheels rolling for what we want to do, because there are 5 Tuesdays in the month of October, and y'all know Acrylic Ranch airs its episodes every Tuesday. There's 5 Tuesdays in October, so starting from the 1st through the 5th, we're going to make October an absolute blast for you. We have some fantastic ideas.
It's going to be so epic.
It will be.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a lot of interaction with you guys too that are watching it. So we hope you show up for that, and stay tuned, because regardless of whatever happens with Kickstarter, October, that's still going to happen anyway. So I just wanted to get everybody kind of revved up and excited for the October.
Separate.
So, yeah, absolutely. So,
well, it's so funny because I'm seeing all those things on Facebook about this many weeks or days until October, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for it to be then, because
it's rolling in fast.
A lot of it is. Well, and I'll throw in this real quick. In October, a lot of that old-fashioned feeling's really going to come into play.
Yes.
And
everything goes from green back to black and white again, so
right, and there's just it's cool because the second that you turn on the, I don't know, what do you call that, when you turn on the video or when you watch us, immediately it'll be different. Immediately you'll get a great surprise. And oh my gosh, it's I wish we could tell more. Nope.
You got to stick around till October. These are just the coming attractions, and strictly the coming attractions. That's it. So, anything else to add, Jen, of our Kickstarter, other than a big thank you to all of you, heartfelt thank you so much for supporting us, and we promise to keep bringing you better and better product each time we do this. So, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes, you guys are absolutely amazing for sticking around and watching us grow and helping us grow. So, thank you.
Thank you. All right, until next Tuesday, we got some surprises lined up for you. And remember, as always, Into the Fray Radio airs new episodes every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you guys, greatly appreciated. We will talk real soon.